Right now, a guilty verdict in the murder at a Middleton car dealership last year. We have a reaction from the courthouse and what happens next.
And here's your first look outside on this Friday morning. Sun's starting to come up. Kelly, a little cooler today, though.
Yeah, chilly this morning. Temperatures starting out below 40 in the mid to upper 30s. Right now, 37 in Madison. We'll talk about some sunshine and also some cool temperatures headed into the weekend coming up.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for joining us here. Happy Friday to you. I'm Shane Hogan.
I'm Chris Stanford. Yeah, so it's chilly out this morning. It's cold, but at least we're not dealing with snow like some parts of Minnesota are this morning, or even some of those freeze advisories that are out there in parts of the state.
And we had a ton of rain this week, too, so at least it's going to be dry, just a little cooler today, Kelly.
Yeah, starting off on a chilly note, we got the rain this week, but now we've got some colder air coming in from Canada, and that's why we do have frost advisories in effect for Richland, Vernon, Crawford, and Grant County up until 8 o'clock this morning. These will likely have to be issued here in Madison come tonight and also tomorrow night because temperatures likely to get very close to freezing waking up tomorrow morning. So protect that vegetation that maybe you planted maybe a little bit too soon, because it's going to be kind of cool going into the weekend. It's also going to be windy today. Those winds will be picking up out of the west-northwest at 15 to 25. We should see quite a bit of sunshine, though, going into the weekend. And it looks like Sunday will be the nicest day of the weekend. Temperatures quite a bit warmer. As mentioned, we do have some snow showers up there in northern Minnesota, northwestern parts of the state, headed through Superior, Hayward, seeing some of that. We have clear skies right now, but some of those clouds will likely rotate on in going through the afternoon. 36 in Madison, also Monona, Marshall at 36, Cambridge 36 as well. We'll look at the winds picking up, temperatures in the 30s this morning, upper 40s, getting close to 50 at the noon hour, but then we start to see these clouds roll on in as we get into the afternoon hours, and that'll make it feel cool, especially with those winds. So headed out to the bus stop, make sure you bundle up. Temperatures in the 40s, rising into the low 50s. Talk about the weekend forecast and also our next chance of rain coming up in about 15 minutes.
Talk to you then, Kelly. Thank you. Back to our breaking news in Janesville this morning, where police are conducting a death investigation on Peace Trail.
Here's what we know so far this morning. Right now, the public is not at risk, but you're being asked to avoid the trail while police are working. Janesville police say they cannot tell us much right now, but they will have an official press release for later at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Until then, we're going to keep calling for updates to keep you informed and let you know when it is safe to drive in the area of Peace Trail again. Again, police say there is no danger to the public, but you still should avoid that area. This morning, 23-year-old Jakira Anderson will be taken into custody.
Yeah, this was the scene in court yesterday as the verdict was read. She was found guilty of first-degree intentional homicide in the shooting of Kausu Samba. It happened last year at a car dealership where Samba worked, MSI Auto Sales on Parmenter Street. Middleton police said that Anderson shot Samba after a dispute over a vehicle that she had leased from the dealership. Speaking with police immediately afterwards, Anderson claimed that she did not intend to kill Samba. Rather, she pulled out her gun to scare him after he began pushing her. Our Armand Rahman was at the courthouse and has this report.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Jakira Anderson, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide.
23-year-old Jakira Anderson and her family visibly upset at the jury's decision. They ruled she did intend to kill 34-year-old Kausu Samba during a dispute at his Middleton dealership last year. Throughout the trial, Anderson had maintained she only took her gun out to scare him after he became physical. Her defense attorney doubling down on that in his closing arguments.
He screamed at her. He laughed at her. Called her crazy. He stood uncomfortably close to her, and he put his hands on her. She pointed it at him. He didn't stop. Only when he was not stopping and when he was advancing on her did she pull the trigger.
The jury wanted to see one last time for themselves. The court rewatched the surveillance footage with the audio from a recorded phone call Anderson was on. In it, she could be heard telling Samba not to touch her and refusing to leave until she got her money back for her car. When that escalated, she took out her gun, held it down for a moment, then raised it, firing a single shot.
She finally mumbled, yes. Yes. She is aware that conduct at that distance in that location are practically certain to cause the death.
The way it happened is just tragic.
Samba's friends and family also watched the moments leading up to his death. They say while the trial brings closure, it doesn't fill the hole Kausu Samba left in the heart of their community.
It's some relief, but you cannot really recover, right? If you lose someone with a lot of potential, helpful, you cannot get it back.
That was Armand Rahman reporting. The judge says a life sentence is expected. They will reconvene now to discuss the possibility of parole.
Time is 6:04. A man is in custody after stealing a car and driving over 100 miles per hour on the Beltline. Monona police officers were notified Tuesday that another agency was pursuing that vehicle that had been stolen at gunpoint in Madison. It was seen going over 100 miles per hour in afternoon traffic on the westbound Beltline. Madison police were able to locate the car and take the driver into custody. The 21-year-old driver faces charges of eluding and first-degree recklessly endangering safety. A fourth passenger involved in a crash over the weekend in the town of Lima has died. The Rock County Medical Examiner's Office saying in a statement that the adult female died from her injuries early that morning. Her name will be released at a later time. 67-year-old Jeffrey Turnespede, 38-year-old Eric Berg, and 39-year-old Jamie Ranget of Whitewater all died on the scene of the crash that happened on April 13th. It was near the intersection of U.S. Highway 12 and East County Line Road.
6:05 now. Madison police are investigating a report of some gunfire near Mendota Elementary. Officers were called to the school on the city's north side late Saturday afternoon. Witnesses told them they saw a couple of guys running away from the school after hearing the shots. No one was hurt. Officers didn't find any property damage, but did find multiple shell casings in the north alley driveway of the school. If you have any information about the shooting that could help out officers, give Madison area Crime Stoppers a call. The number is 608-266-6014.
School staff and law enforcement are being equipped with tools and knowledge to prevent violence in schools. It's through a behavioral and threat assessment management training held in Appleton. BTAM trainings are meant to provide school staff and law enforcement with an understanding of why threat assessment is an important part of violence prevention in schools. This comes ahead of the 25-year anniversary of the shooting at Columbine High School back in 1999. The training ensures student safety and the importance of proper protocol for Wisconsin schools.
And right now we're engaging in a series of trainings around the state on behavior threat assessment and management, so that if there are signs of potential threats, that teachers and others in schools around the state know what they can look to, have evidence-based guidance, and can have the kind of interventions that will help steer kids on the right path and keep schools safe.
10 more locations around Wisconsin will host the BTAM training sessions throughout the first half of the year, including some in our viewing area. You can learn more about the sessions by visiting their website at doj.state.wi.us.
The city of Madison is changing up the rules to add more housing. It comes after a unanimous city council vote this week. Alders voted to change the city's zoning code to allow for what's known as accessory dwelling units. These are units that can be built on lots that already contain a building with up to 8 units. The vote also changes the rules so the property owner doesn't have to live on site. It's all part of a plan to increase housing density.
You know, it's really about adding additional housing options within the community. So this is a way to build in kind of a gentle density within an existing neighborhood without a lot of change, but allowing more housing options for the variety of households that we want to see within one neighborhood.
With this change, units can be added in a space like a garage, an attic, or a basement, or in a detached structure on a lot. The units would be limited, though, to 2 bedrooms and no more than 900 square feet.
It comes as Americans are still dealing with a tough housing market as home sales fall and prices climb. The National Association of Realtors reported existing home sales fell to just over 4 million last month. That's a 4.3% drop from February and a decrease of 3.7% from that time last year. The median price of an existing home was $393,500 just last month. That's the highest March price on record and an increase of nearly 5% from a year earlier. Mortgage rates topped more than 7% this week, the highest level since November.
Yeah, they're really getting up there. That's just a
tough market.
Increase we keep seeing going up and up and up.
I'm going to continue to rent for as long as I can.
6:09, let's check in with Kelly, see what's going on in the weather. Kelly?
Yeah, cold morning. Temperatures dropping into the 30s, even some freezing temperatures for some. We'll talk about the weekend forecast coming up in the first morning weather.
Yeah, also ahead, a couple of Badger men's basketball players are taking off. Who they are and what that's all about coming up in your morning sports.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear sharp curves, don't spin your wheels. Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. So you can bet your bottom dollar that we're sharper than ever. 'Cause we got traction, baby. Yours, Toyota sedans.
Right now, you can get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Toyota Camry. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Get an 11% rebate on everything, now at Menards. Menards is your destination for all concrete products. Stop in today to get an 11% rebate on our huge selection of concrete, mortar, and cement, ready to take home today. Update your home's exterior with Cedar Creek vinyl siding. This low-maintenance siding withstands the elements and is available in 16 color options, ready to install. Just $4.99 after 11% rebate, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Owning my own home is nice. You can just come home knowing that it's yours. It's a sense of pride, sense of ownership, and enjoying it with everyone I love and care for.
Make a lasting impact on local families in need. Please donate today. I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
a fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Hey folks, the weekend is here and we've got you covered on some big events happening in the area.
Yeah, if you want to catch some college sports this weekend, you got a chance to see some Badger softball. The Badgers are home against Penn State for 3 games. Tonight's game is at 5 p.m. at Goodman Diamond. They also play Saturday and Sunday at 1. After this weekend series, the team only has 5 more home games left this season.
Got an e-bike or maybe just curious? There's an e-bike meetup in Middleton this weekend. You can learn about plans for organized rides specifically for e-bikers. They'll discuss routes, riding levels, safety, maintenance, and other important topics. It's all happening Saturday from 3 to 5 at Capitol Brewery. It's free to attend.
Yeah, maybe you'll see Kelly Slifka there.
Yeah, maybe.
On Sunday, you can grab your euchre partner and head to Verona. Wisconsin Brewing Company is hosting a euchre tournament. Beginners are welcome. You do need to register ahead of time, though. Just email Sarah at the email address you see there on your screen. Check-in starts at 12:30. Tourney starts at 1 o'clock. $20 per team, and maybe you'll see Leah there.
Yeah, who knows? And, of course, the Midwest Horse Fair is going on.
That's right.
Starting today at the Alliant Energy Center. 3 days of clinics, entertainment, shopping, and horses. Tickets are for sale online and at select retailers. They could also be bought at the gate. Just remember, if you buy them there, it's cash only. More information is available at MidwestHorseFair.com.
And maybe you'll see... No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. And if you're headed to the Horse Fair, though, and you are planning to be near the Alliant Energy Center, you can plan to give yourself plenty of time because the Dane County Sheriff's Office says they are expecting some heavy delays on the Beltline, John Nolan Drive, Rimrock Road, as the events begin today and tomorrow. They're expecting tens of thousands of people to be at the fair, so this could cause some heavy congestion on those roads. So just be aware of that. Law enforcement will be directing traffic at the main gate and those surrounding roads. The Sheriff's Office recommends avoiding that area if you're not attending the horse fair.
Kelly's outside. How's it feeling out there, Kelly? It was pretty chilly when we came in.
Yeah, it actually feels colder, even though the sun is coming up this morning. Yeah, it's probably need that winter jacket this morning because it is a chilly start, and we're not going to really warm up. In fact, we actually have frost advisories for western counties, for Richland, Vernon, Crawford, and Grant counties up until 8 o'clock. And I wouldn't doubt by tonight if we don't have those extend all the way across southern Wisconsin, because it's going to be even colder tonight for most areas. You got to remember, our last frost usually occurs in the first week of May. So as we look over the last several years, last year our last frost was on April 26th, but you can see most of the years our last frost began in the first week of May. So that's what we are looking at if you were out planting over the last several days or last weekend, because we had such nice weather. Still have that opportunity of seeing some of that frost. So we've got some breezy conditions today and also tomorrow. Struggling to get up to a 50 today and also tomorrow. We're going to be generally in the 40s, but it's going to be dry this weekend. Next week, by Monday night and Tuesday, we do have a chance for some rain. Now, today, those winds are going to be picking up. Not too bad yet, but with the sun coming up, that allows for that wind to pick up. And we'll see these winds at 15 to 25 sustained. Could see some gusts up to 35 miles per hour. So it's going to be a windy day today as temperatures slowly get out of the 40s. Should be tapping out in the lower 50s later this afternoon. Our future track, a lot of sunshine this morning. Temperatures gradually warming up close to 50 early this afternoon, but noticing some clouds starting to move on in from the north. So we will see more cloud cover later today, and that'll add to the chill. Right now it's 36 in Madison, 35 in Watertown, Janesville, 37, 35 in Lone Rock, down to 34 in Mineral Point. Down to 33 right now in Sauk City, also Cross Plains, 34 in Verona and also Oregon. Well, we do have the sun out here today. That is the good news. It's going to be windy, though. Temperatures struggling to get into the low 50s, near 50 tomorrow, but noticing these overnight lows at freezing tomorrow or tonight. Also tomorrow night. We do warm up on Sunday. It looks like the best day of the weekend, 58. Then we're in the 60s Monday. That's out ahead of our next system. That'll bring us a chance of some showers Monday night going into Tuesday.
Chucky Hepburn will forever be remembered for his shot against Purdue, the buzzer beater that clinched a Big Ten regular season championship for Wisconsin. But after 3 seasons in Madison, he's decided to play elsewhere. Hepburn becomes the 7th player to enter the transfer portal and is coming off a year where he averaged 9 points, nearly 4 assists, and 3 rebounds per game. In a post on Instagram, he wrote, "I am overwhelmed with gratitude for the experiences and relationships that have shaped me during my time here." He went on to say, after thanking his teammates, coaches, and family, that his decision is not a reflection of anything lacking at Wisconsin. Rather, it's an opportunity to explore new possibilities, and closed by saying he'll always be proud to have been a Badger. Meanwhile, A.J. Storr made it official. He'll be playing basketball next season at Kansas. During his lone season as a Badger, he was Wisconsin's leading scorer, averaging just under 17 points per game. Storr was named to the Big Ten's all-tournament team after leading the Badgers to a Big Ten championship game in Minneapolis. As freshmen, Layla Edwards and Caroline Harvey won a national championship, and then a couple of weeks later, Harvey followed that up with a gold medal in the Women's Worlds. This season, it was a runner-up finish in the national championship game and a silver medal with Team USA for the duo. Still quite an accomplishment, but second place isn't the standard at Wisconsin, and that's not sitting well with these two.
I remember saying that to me, there's no worse feeling than how I felt after the national championship game than the gold medal game. So the motivation is even greater just not to feel that way again.
It's so motivational and just want to begin next year already. But the prep is what matters the most, and excited to get after it this offseason and get ready for a great season next year with the team here, and hopefully get another opportunity with Team USA.
For now, though, it's time to get a little R&R in before the summer workouts and that off-season training begins, because they've been going pretty much nonstop since the fall. But taking time off away from the ice is a little easier said than done if you're Caroline Harvey.
I've only been off, I think, now 3 days, and I'm like, I want to work out. I'm like, I want to get back. I want to get on the ice, but I know I need to recharge and I need to get healthy. But I definitely will take time with family, do some hobbies of mine, whether that's cooking, thrifting, or just time by the beach back at home. But yeah, I just want to take some time to reset and, like you said, be recharged and ready for the upcoming season.
And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Still ahead, a new accolade for Wisconsin Dells Water Park.
And in our next half hour, the Biden-Harris campaign has another scheduled visit to Wisconsin this week. Find out where and when coming up.
And as we had to break on this Friday morning, we're taking a look at gas prices. We're back after this.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
My name is Jack Frank. I'm a retired paper mill worker in the valley here, and I work for Copeland Bus part-time on the side. I've had my own route now here for the last 3-4 years, and the kids on it are great. Flexible hours, they work with you in many different ways. If you've got something going, they accommodate you, or they try to get somebody to run your road. Copeland treats you decent. You know, all the years I worked here. It's a great place to work.
Pick and Save always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic, which car and driver called fun to drive. There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
It's replacement window season. Do you have ugly, hard-to-open, drafty windows? Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy 2, you get 2 free. Buy 2 Champion windows, get 2 free? I guess that means if you buy 4, you get 4 free. Buy 6, get 6 free. Buy 10, get 10 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy 2, Get 2 free sale is for a limited time.
Great job, everybody. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
You made a cow. Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
We've all seen what's happening at our border. President Biden and Senator Baldwin's open border policy has brought more than 10 million illegal immigrants into our country. That's double the population of Wisconsin. Our country was already struggling to provide housing and health care to our citizens. And tragically, we're losing over 100,000 Americans a year to the drugs that pour over our open border. Their policy is wrong. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message, and I'll work to fix this problem.
We're back sharing Gwen's morning with you. A nice photo of some bleeding hearts that are already in bloom.
That's beautiful. Those colors, bright, vivid, picturesque.
Yeah, looking great out there. Every day looks better and better outside. Gwen, thanks for the picture. Shane, what are we talking about today?
Okay, Noah's Ark Water Park up in the Dells is not just the largest water park anymore, but it's now also being considered the best.
Is that right?
That's right. That is according to readers of Newsweek, who named it the best outdoor water park in its Reader's Choice Awards.
How about that, eh? Congratulations, Noah's Ark.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. Noah's Ark has over 50 water attractions. It's also elevating its dining for this upcoming season, introducing 2 new food stands, One featuring funnel cakes and another featuring all things cheese. It's like, you know, steak au poivre and a branzino and funnel cakes and cheese.
I have no idea what you just said.
You gotta get out more.
What did you say?
Steak au poivre, which is like a classic French dish, a steak dish.
I'll take you.
And
take
like
your
a
word for it.
whole branzino, like a. I don't really eat for fish like that, but a whole branzino is like a nice, really nice fish.
Okay.
Someone out there, please help me educate this man on what nice food looks like. I'm not saying I'm buying those things, but I just know about them.
Maybe you know, some deep fried cod.
And then your funnel cake for dessert.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's a big deal for Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark.
The season opens at Memorial Day weekend, by the way.
Yeah, it's coming up quick here.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever happened to eating before going swimming?
No, the science is out. No longer matters, apparently.
Right now, we put the fried cheese stand right next to the pool now.
Take it. Cannonball. Apparently, what we were told as kids doesn't matter anymore.
Okay,
I don't know.
everyone out there was told when they were growing up, you got to wait 30 minutes after you eat before going in.
Or else, what, you sink? I mean, that's...
It's something to do with cramps. Like your muscles would cramp up if you just ate or something. I don't know. It's all just a farce, I guess. Let's check. Hey, we'll check in with Kelly in the forecast coming up here in just a moment. We'll also get an update on the breaking news in Janesville as police are on scene of a death investigation.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Check this out, the newest fantasy game from DraftKings. Just pick between 2 and 6 players and choose if they're gonna have more or less of a stat. Then compete against others for cash prizes. It's that simple. Okay, let's try it. Do you want more Kevin Hart or less Kevin Hart now? No? Don't answer that.
Download the Pick 6 app today and score up to $200 back in Pick 6 credits if you don't win your first pick set. The crown is yours.
What?
Watch this. Witness what happens to this woman's bags under her eyes in an actual time lapse in just minutes. The problem will disappear before your eyes with a revolutionary topical formulation that works in just minutes, and the effects will last for hours. Over 1 million people are using this topical technique to visually reduce puffiness and bags, even fine lines and wrinkles on the face and forehead. Introducing Plexiderm. Jump on board and say yes to this amazing $14.95 Plexiderm trial. Order right now. We'll pay your shipping.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. The value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. You get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
My husband and I finally agreed that we need a new bathtub and shower, so he went right to work on it. I think he's procrastinating.
For a new bathtub or shower, just call 1-800-HANSONS. Installed in as little as 1 day with optional safety features and a no-leak guarantee. Get 50% off installation or no interest, no payments for 2 full years. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
At Gruber Law Offices, you pay us nothing until we win your case. It costs you nothing up front to get the results and compensation you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
What's your lawn care plan for the summer? Having a Maple Leaf lawn care maintenance program means a better-looking lawn and more free time for you. Check our website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
This morning, a former police officer is scheduled to return to court. What he's accused of and how he's decided to plead.
Plus, what Sauk County is doing to keep a local campus open and why some are calling it a temporary solution.
And we are starting things off kind of chilly out there. Clear skies over the Capitol, Kelly.
Yeah, grab that winter jacket. You will need it this morning. Temperatures in the 30s, even colder tonight. We'll take a look coming up.
Hey, good Friday morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Shane Hogan. Happy Friday indeed. Yeah, a little chillier out there. Looks really nice. The shot over the Capitol looks beautiful, but definitely a little cooler than the last few days.
Yeah, not going to be quite as warm as last weekend. Kelly Slifka, though, is telling us what we can expect today. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning. We are looking at some frost advisories for our western counties, Richland County, Vernon County, Crawford, into Grant County up until 8 o'clock this morning. I wouldn't doubt tonight if they don't extend those onto the east. In fact, we could be talking about freezing temperatures for some waking up tomorrow morning. All right, it's going to be windy as well. Not too windy yet, but now that the sun is up, the winds will be picking up here shortly. We are expecting sunshine this weekend, kind of cool into Saturday. Looks like Sunday will be the nicest day of the weekend with temperatures back up a little bit closer to average. Even cold enough, they're seeing some snow showers up there in parts of Minnesota, northwestern Wisconsin. That's that cold air wrapping around the storm system, bringing in some cool air from Canada. We'll start to see some of those clouds coming in from the north as we go into the afternoon. Right now, we are seeing quite a bit of clear skies. Currently 36 in Madison, also Monona, Middleton at 36 as well. So temperatures in the 30s this morning. The sun will warm us up into the upper 40s here at the noon hour. Starting to see the clouds starting to spread through the area later this afternoon, say 3, 4 o'clock. And then we'll look at temperatures in the low 50s today. Right now, 36, the winds are light, but they will pick up fairly quickly this morning with that sunshine. Temperatures in the upper 40s here at the noon hour. Talk about the weekend forecast and also our next chance of rain next week coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you. Back to breaking news this morning. Police in Janesville are conducting a death investigation on Peace Trail. Janesville police say they cannot tell us much right now, but they will have an official press release for us later this afternoon.
Yeah, we're just getting our first look at the scene there. Our photojournalist Mark Schilling just arrived and has been telling us that some parts are open, other parts are closed. The paved trail is open, he says. The nature trail that's being blocked off for the death investigation is one of the impacts there as police work this scene. Here's what we know so far. Right now, the public is not at risk, but you are being asked to avoid the trail area while police are working. Until then, we're going to keep calling for updates and checking with authorities at the scene so we can keep you informed and let you know what is happening. Again, police say there's no danger to the public, and when that news release comes out at 2 o'clock this afternoon, you can expect new information here on Channel 3000.com and through the News 3 Now mobile app.
All right, to our next top story today, a former Sauk Prairie police officer will return to court for a sentencing hearing.
Yeah, Joel Ludowitz is charged with attempting to cover up a crash involving his car.
The charge stems from an incident on December 30th back in 2022. Ludowitz's car ended up totaled at the bottom of a 30-foot embankment on the Great Sauk State Trail without a driver. The morning after the crash, Ludowitz reported his car was stolen. When someone called police reporting they had found the car, Ludowitz was one of the first officers to arrive on scene. The sheriff's office investigated and found Ludowitz's dash cam footage that showed him removing things from the car and wiping off blood. In January of last year, Ludowitz resigned. He was formally charged with obstructing the investigation back in July. Ludowitz's accounts of the night of the crash vary, but one witness told police they were with him earlier that night and Ludowitz had been drinking. He has pleaded not guilty to the charge. He'll be back in court this afternoon.
Also today, the man accused of sexually assaulting a UW-Madison student will be in court. This will be 26-year-old Brandon Thompson's final court appearance before trial. Prosecutors say Thompson carried out one of the most horrific sexual assaults in recent memory in Dane County. Thompson has pleaded not guilty to 3 charges: first-degree sexual assault, first-degree reckless injury, and strangulation and suffocation. Investigators say Thompson beat and sexually assaulted a woman September 3rd. Police found her without clothes, covered in blood, near Wilson and Bedford downtown at about 3 o'clock in the morning. She was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries and placed into a coma. Upon his arrest, officers say Thompson admitted to beating the woman, but didn't know whether he sexually assaulted her. He's been in the Dane County Jail ever since on a $1 million cash bond. Now, the victim is still recovering from this attack, so right now you can help her and her family pay for those recovery efforts. The Sexual Violence Resource Center has a GoFundMe page set up. You can find that link at this story at channel3000.com. We also want to take this time to provide resources for anyone who's experienced sexual violence. The RCC Sexual Violence Resource Center in Madison has a 24-hour hotline. That number is 608-251-7273. There's also a national sexual assault hotline on your screen. If you're looking to get help anonymously without taking a phone call or talking with anyone on the phone, you can do so by texting the word HOME to the crisis text line at 741-741.
Time is 6:35. Donald Trump will be back in court today for his criminal trial. Trump is accused of falsifying business records to hide an alleged affair with adult film star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. Today, the judge and both sides' lawyers will look for 6 alternates on the jury. They've already selected the 12 jurors. Yesterday, they dismissed 2 of the original 7 jurors selected earlier this week. The judge quickly replaced them and found 5 more. Eventually, Judge Juan Merchan will hear arguments on whether Trump's violated the gag order on him. In recent weeks, Trump has taken to social media to attack Merchan and his daughter, the prosecution, and people likely to be key witnesses. Prosecutors say he's violated the judge's gag order multiple times. Merchan will hear that part of the case next week. In the meantime, Trump will hit the campaign trail tomorrow with a rally in North Carolina.
The Biden campaign is returning to Wisconsin. Vice President Kamala Harris will be in La Crosse Monday. She'll be at an abortion rights event. The VP will then hold an event about the economy and health care. In Harris's 3rd trip to Wisconsin, we'll see her in La Crosse. She was just in Madison last month and in Waukesha in January.
This weekend is the last time U.S. Rep. Mike Gallagher will represent Wisconsin's 8th congressional district. The GOP congressman has served the district since 2017. Gallagher led the House Select Committee on China, which was highlighted for its bipartisan work. Recently, he made headlines as one of the only Republicans to not support impeaching the Secretary of Homeland Security. Gallagher announced he would not seek re-election shortly after. Gallagher is leaving his job at the U.S. Capitol earlier than expected. He initially said he wouldn't run for his seat again. Last month, he announced he'd be leaving early. At the time, Gallagher said he would resign on April 19th, but Gallagher's office is saying that he will remain flexible to support foreign aid legislation on the House floor tomorrow.
Longtime Wisconsin Democrat Peter Barca is throwing his hat into the ring to be the next representative of Wisconsin's 1st district. That includes parts of Janesville and Beloit. Barca previously served 1 term in Congress in the 90s. He went on to serve in the state assembly and as Wisconsin's revenue secretary. The district became more competitive in 2022 after the new boundary lines were adopted. It's still Republican leaning, but Barca remains optimistic.
I'm running on a platform that I would say 80% of this district would support. Now, of course, I won't get 80% of the vote. I wish I would, but I do think I can win.
Right now, Republican Representative Brian Stile represents the 1st district. Before they can face off, Barca has to go up against at least one other Democrat in the August primary. UW-Platteville's Baraboo campus will get hundreds of thousands of dollars in local funds to cover operating costs. Despite the influx of cash, some, though, are concerned about its future. Shane, it comes as several UW campuses have announced closures.
Yeah, Chris, that's right. Over the past 2 years, branch campuses have struggled to stay open. UW campuses in Waukesha, Green Bay, Richland Center, Fond du Lac, and Washington have all made announcements about closing. To find out the chances of that happening in Baraboo, our Braden Ross went into the community to speak with leaders.
I mean, from a business standpoint and the model for the university, I get it.
Sauk County Board President Tim McCumber has watched several UW campuses close their doors. He wants to make sure the UW in his community isn't next.
We've been working very closely with them to target degree programs that would be impactful to the area.
UW-Platteville Baraboo Sauk County is the smallest UW campus when it comes to enrollment. Right now, they only serve about 200 students. New degree programs have helped bump that number a little, but with less state funding, it's still not enough.
At the bottom line, they're still not breaking even. So the county was able to look at it and say, what can we do to make sure we buy some time till they can right that ship?
The fix? $390,000 out of the county's pocket to help cover the school's operating costs.
I think we're coming up with some innovative solutions that creates that sustainable, forward-thinking way of partnering together.
That's money UW-Platteville Chancellor Tammy Avetovich says will allow the university to focus on other fixes.
I think our part in this is that we have to continue to recruit to that campus because maintaining enrollment is paramount to our success.
But McCumber says while this may work in Sauk County, it's not necessarily a solution for all UW campuses.
In some ways, this is a Band-Aid. I don't want the university to think that this is something every county can do. Or any municipal government. It's a challenge for us all to find dollars.
Now that $390,000 will come out of Sauk County's 2025-2026 budget. As far as what happens to the school after that, we are still not sure. Reporting in Baraboo, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Down to a couple of first-warn traffic alerts. Starting today, North Broome will be down to 1 lane in Madison. Here's a look at the impacted area. Construction crews are going to be paving Broome between West Dayton and West Gorham. The city says work starts at 8:30 this morning. The street will fully reopen at 3 in the afternoon. During those hours, West Dayton will be closed at North Broome except to emergency vehicles. West Gorham and West Johnson will not be affected. And if you're driving through Spring Green, anytime soon or over the next couple of months, listen to this. Work begins today on Highway 23 between the River Bridge and Highway 14. Wisconsin 23 will be closed and detour between Hoxie and Jefferson Streets. The project should wrap up sometime in early August.
All right, coming up after the break, we've got some weekend activities in the area where you can go for a good Bloody Mary and a grilled cheese. Hello.
And we do have clear skies, but it is a chilly start to the morning. We're calling for some sunshine into the weekend. We'll see when we can expect some warmer weather in the first warn forecast coming up.
We can all help fight climate change and battle rising food costs. With garden mats, we can all eliminate trips to the store and grow our own organic vegetables right in our backyard. Go to gardenmats.com.
In this day and age, we spend way too much time scrolling. Instead, join us for some horseplay at the Midwest Horse Fair. Check out insane tricks, hundreds of horses, clinicians, amazing eats, and spectacular shopping. And entertainment like you've never seen, IRL. Sorry, ask your kids what IRL is.
It's the great Midwest Horse Fair.
Join us at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison, April 19th through the 21st.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade. I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed with any unlimited data plan.
I bought the team.
Kevin?
I bought the team. I put it on my Chase Freedom Unlimited card. And I'm a cash back on a few other things, too. Started with the sound system.
Curry from deep.
That's cash. I prefer the old intro. This is way better. I don't think so. Steph, one more thing. The team owner gets 5 minutes a game.
Cash Bros?
Woo! I like it. I'll break it to Clay. Cash back like a pro. With Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
The Honda you want is here. Driving the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. All from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
We can all help fight climate change and battle rising food costs. With garden mats, we can all eliminate trips to the store and grow our own organic vegetables right in our backyard. Go to gardenmats.com.
We warn you first.
We have been talking for days about thunderstorm potential. That's next Tuesday, so make sure you're aware of that storm system as it moves on in.
First, with the information you need to be prepared and stay safe. First Warn Weather. Start your evening with News 3 Now at 6, moving forward, uncovering the stories and getting to the heart of events and issues that matter here. And when bad weather is on the way, we warn you first. News 3 Now at 6, moving forward, weeknights. You're watching News 3 Now this morning, moving forward.
We're back. You know, Josh is on vacation this week, but there is still plenty of things to do around the 608.
Yes, let's take a look at some of the weekend happenings here in the 608, starting with the second farmers market of the season, of course, happening tomorrow. There was a huge turnout last week. I was there. It was wild for the first one.
Did you go?
I was there. I don't know if I've said, or no, maybe once, maybe twice. I don't know. Temps were in the 70s. It was gorgeous. It'll be a little chillier this weekend, but still a good opportunity to get out and support your local farmers. Events for Saturdays on the Square run from 6:15 to 1:45. In Dodgeville, amateur and professional chefs will put their grilled cheese skills to the test. That's happening tomorrow in Harris Park at the Lay Memorial Pavilion. Doors open at 10:45 in the morning. You can still buy tickets online at grilledcheesewisconsin.com.
And if you love Bloody Marys, here's one for you. Saturday, Dowdren's Distilling in Cottage Grove is hosting its third annual Bloody Mary Fest. General admission is from noon to 3. Samples and garnishes are included with tickets. You can sample from up to 20 different bars and restaurants. Tickets are $60, and that does include a souvenir glass. Finally, the Midwest Vintage Flea is back. It's Madison's longest-running independent vintage clothing store. Going on Saturday and Sunday. Just head on over to the Garver Feed Mill. From 11 to 4 each day. It's free to attend this year. They're going to feature 45 of the 7 state region's most established and up-and-coming vintage stores and independent vendors.
I'm going to check that one out. Yeah, it's last weekend was beautiful to do all those outdoor activities. This weekend a little chillier, though.
Yeah, throw a light jacket on.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. You're going to be fine.
Everyone's still going to be outside.
Of course, yeah. We're ready to go. Kelly, what can we expect this weekend?
Yeah, it's going to be an okay weekend. It's just not going to be as beautiful as what we had last weekend. You got to remember, we hit the 80s last Sunday, so we're going to be far from that this weekend, and especially the morning hours, we're expecting some really chilly conditions. Now, this is the latest drought monitor that came out yesterday. You know, you'd think with all the rain we'd had earlier this week that it would take care of some of this drought, but we still have the severe drought ongoing up there toward the Wisconsin Dells, Sauk County, over into southern Adams and Juneau County, into Richland County. Now, in Madison, we've had some pretty good rainfall totals over the last week. Yesterday, we didn't have a whole lot of rain, generally less than 1/10 of an inch in most areas. There was some areas in Richland County, Crawford, and Vernon County that did pick up upwards of 1/2 of an inch of rain. They definitely needed it. Now, for Madison, we've actually been doing pretty well as far as the rainfall this year so far. For the month, we've had 3.25 inches. That's over an inch above average, and for the year, we're almost 2.5 inches above average with 9.8 inches so far in 2024. Now, it's going to be dry for the rest of the today and also going into the weekend. Our next chance of rain won't come in until next week, but we are under this northwest flow, and that's bringing in some of that cold air. In fact, there's been some snow showers in parts of northern Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin. We won't see that, but we will see some clouds roll in later today. Now, we do have freeze advisories or frost advisories in effect for Richland, Vernon, Crawford, and Grant County up until 8 o'clock. I'm expecting those to move over all of southern Wisconsin later tonight. We are looking at breezy conditions. Let's call it windy today, still breezy tomorrow. Generally around 50 going through the next couple of days, and our next chance of rain will hold off until Monday night and Tuesday. Now, the winds will be picking up, just starting to see that wind starting to brew this morning, and they'll continue to pick up 15 to 25 mile-per-hour winds out of the west-northwest. That'll continue until we get towards sunset. And that's bringing in some of this cool air from Canada, coming down from Hudson Bay, Canada. That'll be with us through Saturday, but then that will lift up to the north, and we should get into some milder weather. You see this little lobe coming down out of Canada. Monday night and Tuesday, that's our next system that'll bring us a bout of some showers. And then I think by later next week, we're going to get into some much milder weather. A lot of sunshine today, but rather cool as we get into the upper 40s to around 50 early this afternoon. Starting to see some of these clouds roll in, and that'll make it feel rather cool as well. Looking at temperatures to fall off pretty quickly going into tonight. But after the cool weather the next couple of days, looking out ahead into the last days of April into May, much of the middle of the country expecting well above average temperatures, and this time of the year, that'll likely put us into the 70s. All right, right now 36 in Madison, 35 in Watertown, 36 in Janesville, 35 in Lone Rock. So some temperatures getting very close to freezing, like Sauk City at 34. Same goes for Cross Plains, Wanakee 34, 37 currently in Middleton. Need the winter jacket this morning. It's going to be a windy day with some clouds rolling in during the afternoon. Still breezy tomorrow, still cool. Noticing that temperature tonight down to 32. 49 tomorrow afternoon, down to 32 come Sunday morning, but we get into a southerly wind that'll warm us up. So Sunday, the nicest day of the weekend. 60s on Monday. That's out ahead of our system. That'll bring some rain showers Monday night into Tuesday.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Coming up in the morning sprint, we have the latest recall from Trader Joe's that you should know about.
Also, an update on the breaking news in Janesville. And we have a birthday to celebrate.
All right.
Maisie is 3 today. Happy birthday. We're back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
It's a great time to have RG Heating and Air Conditioning check your home's furnace system for safety and efficiency. RG services all brands and installs quality Trane equipment to keep your home running smooth year-round. Call RG Heating and AC today.
Why won't you? Want fresh air.
Hun! You need the experts.
The home renewal experts at Belco will make your project a breeze with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 6 years. Free installation won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feltco.
This homestyle chicken salad wrap from Subway, this is how you do it. Savory chicken, crisp veggies, all wrapped up.
These wraps are amazing.
People can hear my thoughts. That's a problem. Stay fresh out there with all new wraps from Subway.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Choose FlexBuy on Escape, Explorer, or Edge and get 0% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,500 FlexBuy cash.
Sorry, guys, that took me for... What is this?
Well, you know how our T-Mobile home internet can slow down?
Uh-huh.
Turns out, walls can get in the way. So, I fixed it.
So instead of getting a Spectrum internet, which is fast and reliable 24/7, you got us internet that can be blocked by walls.
Yes, but I think I fixed it.
By smashing a hole through our wall.
Well, technically, walls. Yeah, I might not want to go in the dining room.
Don't settle for T-Mobile cell phone internet.
Kids are natural.
This is why I don't leave the house.
Get faster, more reliable internet speeds with Spectrum.
Hi, I'm Fiona Rataj with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. Here are 3 things to know. Make sure you are registered to vote at your current address. You can check or register at myvote.wi.gov. If you do not have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, you can register to vote with your municipal clerk by completing the registration form on MyVote. Absentee ballots must be requested.
3 things to know. Part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Sprout, a spring makers market at Warm Belly Farm, Cottage Grove.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Back to our breaking news in Janesville, where police are conducting a death investigation. It's right at Peace Trail right now. Officials are telling us the public is not in any danger or at risk, but you are being asked to avoid the trail where police are working. Here is a live look at the scene this morning. Janesville police say they cannot tell us much more, but we'll keep checking for updates. An official news release is scheduled to be released at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Today, a former Sauk Prairie police officer will return to court for sentencing. Joel Ludowitz is charged with attempting to cover up a crash involving his car. It stems from a December 2022 crash on the Great Sauk State Trail. He reported it stolen. Video shows Ludowitz cleaning blood off the car and taking things out of it. He'll be back in court this afternoon.
23-year-old Jakira Anderson will go to prison. A jury found her guilty of killing Kausu Samba in Middleton last year. This is a murder that happened right at a car dealership where Samba worked at. Anderson went there for a car complaint, and after dealing with her for an hour, Samba's coworkers told her to leave. Samba tried to get her out the door. That's when she shot him. The judge says she should expect a life sentence.
Today, Donald Trump will be back in court. His lawyers, the prosecution, and judge will work to choose 6 alternates for the jury. As of right now, they have chosen 12 jurors. Trump is accused of falsifying business records to hide an alleged affair with an adult film star before the 2016 election. Next week, the judge will hear arguments from the prosecutor that Trump has violated his gag order.
This weekend's the last time U.S. Representative Mike Gallagher will represent Wisconsin's 8th. It's an earlier departure than expected. Initially, Gallagher said he wouldn't seek re-election. Then last month, he announced that he'd leave early today. But his office now says he'll still be able to support foreign aid legislation that's scheduled to hit the House floor tomorrow.
A U.S. official is confirming an Israeli airstrike hit Iran earlier this morning. The U.S. reportedly told foreign ministers it received a last-minute warning about drone action in Iran. Secretary of State Antony Blinken declined to confirm that. The attack came hours after Iran warned it would respond to any attack.
The Dane County Sheriff's Office giving everyone a heads up that it is going to be busy in Madison this weekend. Expect some delays, especially around the Beltline, because the Midwest Horse Fair is in town. So both east and westbound lines of the Beltline, John Nolan and Rimrock, are going to be crowded. The fair takes place at the Alliant Energy Center, of course. Today through Sunday, the heaviest traffic should happen between 6 and noon today.
Trader Joe's is voluntarily recalling organic basil from the Infinite Herbs brand due to a risk of salmonella contamination. The product was sold here in Wisconsin. The brand of basil is no longer available at Trader Joe's, and customers are being advised to return it for a refund. According to the CDC, at least one person in our state has gotten sick.
All right, coming up on 7 o'clock, the winds already starting to pick up now that the sun is out there. They're up getting close to 10 miles per hour out to the west, and it's going to be a windy day and cool. Temperatures in the upper 40s at the noon hour. Later this afternoon, we will see some clouds roll in, running a little bit cooler than average. Readings hitting the low 50s, but it will be quiet today. We're talking about 49 tomorrow, 58 on Sunday. Chance to rain by Monday night and Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Kelly. We're back with another news and weather update in 30 minutes.